My name is Ashley Ganesh, and I'm one of the founding partners of Sharp, Barish & Ganesh, with roots in Niagara Falls that go all the way back to 1894. Our firm is located in beautiful Niagara Falls. My face may be a familiar one to you if you've been involved in Christian Legal Fellowship. I was, along with my law partner Cal Barish, one of a handful of founding members of Christian Legal Fellowship back in the 70s when we were still in law school. Having traced my roots within CLF, I would like to take a few moments of your time to share with you an opportunity for you and I to build upon our common interests in CLF and maximize those relationships as it relates to our respective law practices and to benefit financially. I was called to the Bar of Ontario in 1979, having graduated from the law school at the University of Ottawa in 1977. For the majority of those 38 years since my call to the bar, I have focused my practice on civil litigation, and in particular with personal injury law representing plaintiffs. It's an area that draws me in part because of who I am and what I stand for. First and foremost, I entered the vocation of law as a response to God's call on my life to enter into full-time service of Him. I view what I do in personal injury as my ministry outreach to those who are hurting and whose lives are in crisis. Sometimes I can't believe that I get paid well to do that which I find so satisfying, while I build the kingdom and make a difference in people's lives. Here is the opportunity I would like to extend to you. Over the 35 years that I have focused my law practice on matters involving personal injury, I have had the pleasure to work with a number of lawyers within Ontario, Canada, and internationally to enter into co-counsel relationships. Typically, this will involve a lawyer who has experience in civil litigation but lacks the necessary experience in doing personal injury law. The client remains yours, and my team provides a behind-the-scenes support at every crucial step of the file, from intake to discoveries to trial or settlement. As needed, I can be a more visual presence to your client and can attend mediations or meetings as required. Personal injury can be a lucrative area of law, and the right claim can be highly profitable to your practice. However, personal injury law is highly complex and has been in a constant state of flux in most jurisdictions, particularly motor vehicle litigation. It is a dangerous field to practice in unless you have the required expertise, and that is where the team of Sharp, Barish, and Ganesh comes in. We will come alongside you as the lawyer and provide the training, templates, procedure, strategy, legal and medical research to process the claim. So instead of sending good prospects and valuable clients outside your firm, you can now offer them our personal injury and litigation services right in your office with you running the file. Lawyers we have worked with over the years have found their professional income has risen in a meaningful way, with a greater mix of personal injury clients as part of their civil litigation practice. Personal injury is not only financially rewarding, but it's a most interesting line of work because it involves constant learning on a landscape where law, insurance, medicine, and salesmanship intersect. How does retaining me and my team impact your client financially? Well, first and foremost, this arrangement will often produce a higher settlement at the end of the day for them, because their file will likely settle for a larger sum than would otherwise have resulted were Sharp, Barish, and Ganesh not being involved. One bit of strategy here, a medical insight there, can produce large returns when the file is negotiated to conclusion. When we act as co-counsel with you in a personal injury file, your client will pay no higher fees than if they'd hired our firm directly, as we and your firm split the fees of the file in accordance with the relative contributions we've made to it. From a cash flow point of view, you will not find it difficult to have us work as your co-counsel, as we only get paid when you get paid. And if you don't get paid because you're acting on a contingency fee retainer and the file goes south, we do not get paid either. You will find, however, that the absolute amount of the settlement and your eventual fees would very likely be higher than if you did not have our expertise to draw upon. While each client is unique, there are a number of common concerns and challenges that run through most files. Frankly, it is true that two heads are better than one, and all the more so when we have an opportunity to critically analyze the file and propose solutions to challenges that each file presents. It permits you to be proactive in running the file and accountable to the process that we bring. Now let me share with you a little insight as to who we are at Sharp, Barash & Ganesh and our reputation.
When Ashley visited me and I began to get factual memorandums, I was doing litigation, but he transformed my practice, and just at that time a lot of personal injury cases came in. And so I would actually take 4 or 5 of them and drive to Niagara Falls once a month. And he would mentor me and teach me how to be more successful. And I'm grateful, as I sit here today, for the fruit of that.
One of the founding fathers of CLF is Ashley Ganesh. And Ashley, along with his partner here in Niagara Falls, Cal Barash, have been incredibly instrumental in bringing together lawyers across Canada that have a similar faith background. As I have had the pleasure of observing Ashley, I have seen a man who has been very intense with clients, and so to communicate to them that he means business and he's not just going to pretend that he's their friend, but when they come in and he engages them, they know that he's got my back.
At the hospital, X-rays were taken that showed severe injuries to my spine and neck. Dealing with insurance companies was very difficult for me. When friends of mine referred me to Ashley Ganesh. Oh, and what a positive difference this made, not only in my personal life, but also in the services provided by Ashley and his team. I didn't have to worry about things. I knew whatever they were doing, I personally was in good hands.
One area that I find our clients are very nervous and they don't really know what they're supposed to do or what they're supposed to say. I always tell them that they have nothing to worry about because Ashley's going to be right there with them.
I've known Ashley about 9 years. I've been here at Redeemer as the lead pastor for 8.5 years. And so before I started full-time, I had gotten to know him, but we have become friends, golfing partners along the way. So I really do think I've gotten to know something of his heartbeat, where when Ashley talks about this being a calling, I think that is core to who he is. That it's out of this sense of a spiritual calling that he wants to manifest the care of God and just exhibit an advocacy for people that are really struggling, that maybe would not have a voice. When I think about Ashley and my relationship, he has this wonderful mix of a tenacious, intelligent, scrutinizing mind with a tender heart. And so I think when you bring competence and a compassionate heartbeat to the table, that can be a winning combination.
The suggestion today is that would Ashley be helpful to law firms with respect to co-counsel work? I did the $100,000 cases myself, but as soon as they started to go over 100, Ashley immediately became co-counsel. And he acted in the senior role because he has an amazing skill. He can prepare for a trial and contact various people to best support the trial. When I had any really valuable personal injury case, Ashley was always called, and I always watched his skill.
As an employee, I appreciate the personal satisfaction I get from working at Sharp, Barash & Ganesh. In my role here, I'm allowed to advocate for clients who can't really get respect and attention that they deserve from the insurance company. For example, we had a client who had a pre-existing chronic health condition and she was injured in a motor vehicle accident. After 3.5 years, she was getting fed up and just wanted to settle her claim. Mr. Ganesh, however, did not feel like it was the right time to do this. Instead, he held back. And what happened was this client unexpectedly developed some medical issues. And now 6 years after the accident, her claim is far more valuable.
Ashley I would recommend to other lawyers within the Christian Legal Fellowship, even though I would call him a incredibly virtuous Christian legal lawyer, I would also like to suggest that he is a good lawyer.
I have definitely learned about Ashley Ganesh as a senior litigator. Everyone on the personal injury side has been here for many years, and it seems like to me that this is almost their mission. I've come to realize how much this team sincerely loves to help people. We have a wide variety of clients with all different injuries and different family lives, different personal lives, and sometimes clients hit a wall where they can't follow up with their client assignments, they can't do what they were supposed to do, and when they tell us that, we do whatever we can to help them. I believe that the clients truly love working with the team here, love working with Ashley. He feels it's his need to help each and every client with their injuries and to get them what they deserve.
He's just changed my life, quite frankly, from the point of view of success. And what he would do now, if there's any law firms that have personal injury litigation, as a co-counsel, he would be remarkably helpful. They would find great benefit to call him in to act as co-counsel. He can be senior co-counsel or junior co-counsel. And he would enhance any case, especially law firms that get too busy.
Sharp, Barish & Ganesh is one of the oldest law firms in the Niagara region, serving our clients since 1894. We have a proven record spanning more than 35 years of achieving outstanding results for our personal injury clients that we're proud of. Please contact us and we will discuss with you our program and its tangible benefits to your firm and ours. My team at Sharp, Barish & Ganesh and I look forward to working with you.